Hello, everybody. Welcome to PowerWash Simulator. This time it's co-op personal. Co-op personal?
Wait, now I can't push you. What is this?
Maybe this ladder. This ladder is OP.
The ladder was preventing you.
Wait, yeah. It's so good.
It is so good. Yeah. When this launched, I had no idea that this was going to be possible. I know, like, we had kind of discussed it, but I don't know if they confirmed that they were going to add multiplayer to PowerWash. I'm glad they did.
I think that they were saying, like, early on they said they wanted to, which is, like, I just held that as, like, it'll definitely happen, and if it doesn't, I'm going to be mad.
Yeah.
Because it sounded so
slightly disappointed.
So fun. Yeah, I know.
I still cannot imagine you actual mad.
Oh, yeah. It happens from time to time. It's usually when I feel like, I always say, I get mad when I feel like people are mad for reasons that aren't good. That's when I get mad at something or someone. Okay, I should probably clean. I'm, like, not doing the one job. I forgot the controls.
You just shot the thing once and it cleans. Just painstakingly going through the bottom.
Tactile.
Like, oh, this is gonna take a while. Then just the readout. It's all that arc veil.
Exactly. Yes. There we go. Oh boy. But there's all kinds of different spray nozzles, stuff like that you can get, right?
Yeah. They must have added a bunch. Let's see. Can I check the shop while I'm here? Looks like No. Okay, so I can't check any of the shop stuff. All I can buy are customizations, which they did add.
Oh.
But mostly when I played a little bit further than you. Most of the customizations are just linear upgrades.
Yeah.
You know, one power washer is better than the next.
Yeah.
And then there's like kind of the rotational nozzle, which I think we both have, but that's not really that good.
Yeah.
It's really good if there's, like, one part that is particularly durable, and it's like you're having trouble getting stuff off, but I don't think this level had, like, anything.
Yeah.
It was actually tough.
What the heck were these kids doing here? This is a gross
You know
part.
Linus from Peanuts? This is his personal playground. He lives here. This is his home. This is
the Linus realm. This is where he came from. He is the, like, every element has their own god. He's the god of stink. Linus, god of filth.
Grime.
He is the,
Linus filth
is
is a little strong for a Peanuts character, but, like, grime...
Yeah. He is the Olympic god of grime. He's the next Linus for Hades DLC.
I really wish they would add just like a modding thing where you can just add your own gods and conversations.
Oh my god, you know it's Garfield.
Like that.
You know.
Yeah? But, like, why not?
I would
like
it.
Garfield, and then maybe like the cursed version of Garfield, like the full Hello John.
Oh my god. For Chaos, he takes the...
Yeah.
He takes over Chaos, and then just regular Garfield is... yeah. I want him to be all the gods, actually, now that I think about it. They just added him to Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl.
I saw that.
They just launched or announced that today. Why not Hades?
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Supergiant should just release modding tools for every single one of their games once they're done. You know, hey, you want to make like custom pyre teams to face off against? Cool, here you go.
Yeah.
You want to have more weapons for Bastion? Make them yourselves. You want more Transistor? Sure, here's like unique abilities that you can cook together
Garfield.
if you know how to do it. But it's all just Garfield.
It's Garf all the way down. What's your favorite
Carcinization?
Well, I guess maybe this is a presumptuous sentence. What's your favorite Supergiant game? If not Hades, or is it even Hades?
Oof.
Is it even Hades? First of all,
so gameplay-wise, Hades 100%. Plot-wise, Pyre, but not gameplay.
Yeah.
Like, the problem is there's too many angles to like Supergiant games. You know, it's not like a lot of games where you just like it for the gameplay or you just like it for the story. Because most games, one or the other is like particularly strong.
Yeah.
But Supergiant games always have that duality. Or I mean, it's more than that though, because it's the art, the music, the gameplay, and the story, and each one of them is strong in different ways.
Yeah.
So like Transistor had such a cool setting, but I found the story to be frustrating. Pyre had frustrating gameplay, but I loved the story and the setting as well.
Yeah.
Hades, I loved the story and everything, but I was a little bored, mainly just because it was Greek gods.
Yeah.
Like, it's the best iteration of the Greek gods I've ever seen, save for, like, maybe Hades from Disney.
Sure.
But because it wasn't, like, new to me, because, you know, I had Shell just hanging out behind me being like, oh, this is this Greek god. And so it's just like, I knew Demeter was going to show up at some point because she had to.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I've probably consumed far less Greek god content. I mean, if you excuse Garfield, of course. So if you excuse Garfield, I've consumed a very, very small amount of Greek god content. I know it's like a pretty overdone thing. Like, it's a very easy thing to go for.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I really like the story in it because I feel like I mean, it has the best story in any roguelike I've ever played. I can tell you that much. That much by a country mile.
I think you're a little biased because you were the roguelike guy, so of course, like, the story's going to stand out to you because it was a roguelike with good storytelling.
Good story. Like, it was a roguelike which the roguelike elements actually integrated very well into the story, intentionally.
Yeah.
That does not happen. Hopefully, I think it's going to start to, obviously, but I think that's if Hades leaves any mark on roguelikes. I mean, did I say?
See,
well,
I almost feel like Hades is going to almost kind of like poisoned the well before anybody else could really pull it off.
Yeah.
Because how do you even match that?
Yeah, no, not happening. But I've heard a lot of people say that because, like, Supergiant has been great at so many things for so long. Like you said, like, you like Pyre because of the story, but not necessarily the gameplay. You like Transistor because of the gameplay, not necessarily the story. I've heard a lot of people, like, multiple people say that they think that Hades is just the culmination of everything that Supergiant's done well into one game. And I can see that. And I can see that for sure. I think it's a masterpiece. Hot take, I think Hades is good.
Didn't it, like, do bafflingly well in the Game Awards last year?
Yeah, did it win? I can't remember if it won. It was like most...
I don't think it won. I don't think it won, because I saw a lot of people... I want to say, like, Last of Us or something like that won, but all I remember is getting a bunch of comments from people being like, this doesn't belong in the Game Awards. Why are people saying this is good?
Oh my god. Yeah, I got so many comments on my Hades Part 1 from people saying, like, I saw this win so many awards. It's this low budget garbage. Like, and then say, how could it beat Last of Us? Like, in my comment section, I'm like, okay. 1, I didn't make this game. Why are you whining here? 2, you know, graphics are not the only thing, and also this has a very good art style.
Oh wait, no, it did actually get Game of the Year.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Huh. I thought a AAA got it because I'm just used to AAA games.
No, it was a big deal. I'm very curious on this year's. I always watch the Game Awards despite the fact that I do not care about awards. There's something fun about. I think that there is. I don't know. It gets into like rank this out of 10 territory, kind of. But I think there's a lot of merit in sitting down and thinking about what you would rate, like, out of 10, or not. You know, like, this is number 1, number 2, number 3. I think there's a lot of merit in doing that personally because it helps you figure out what you even think is worth appreciating in games. So I think it's a good thing to do personally, for sure.
My only problem is that starts to ruin games that I would otherwise be cool with. So, like, I've been playing a lot of... I mean, I play a shit ton of games all the time. But there have been, like, a number where, like, normally I would have been like, oh, man, this is incredible. But because of, like, sitting down and being like, yeah, but this is... You know, Hades is, like, one of the best roguelikes of all time, but also the storytelling has ruined a lot of roguelikes trying to do storytelling for me. So, like, Star Renegades, we were kind of talking about that for a bit. And I love that game, but I beat it once, finished effectively as far as I can tell what the story is, and then it was just like, well, cool. and then just never came back.
Yeah, I really liked Star Renegades. I really liked it, but yeah, I don't know. I gotta go back to it and I'll see them. But I don't know. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to compete with Hades because it broke outside of. It's like hell. I feel like I can't even compete as a man with Hades. Like I just compare myself. I wake up in the morning. I'm like, well, I look in the mirror and I say it's no Hades.
Okay, so I did not realize that Zagreus was just Darren Korb.
Darren Korb, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was voiced by Darren Korb until, like, way later when somebody just pointed it out.
Yeah.
I have never felt more kind of impotent as a human being than finding out that not only is the composer the, kind of lead and only musician in a lot of cases, but also, the voice actor for half of their things. And
yeah,
I know he did like several other major things that weren't even music related, and I'm just like, wow, if only I were that multi-talented. All I'm good at is playing every video game forever.
Yeah, and sometimes I don't even feel like I can do that. Sometimes waking up is hard.
Yeah, wow.
Maybe it's hard for Darren. You know what? That's what I'm gonna tell myself.
Darren literally has to be like forklifted out of bed because he will not exit. But then once he's out, he's gone.
He's like,
he does it.
I do not want to damage my my vocal cords. Please airlift me.
I am pristine. Do not touch.
Oh my! I just got a DM about some cat. Harper Shaw DM'd me about a cat in game.
What?
I don't know what this.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what that
is. This like the first mission where you start just getting random DMs? It might be.
It might be. It's been a while since I played.
Yeah, I forgot the friend that kind of pushes you to do the power washing business. If I remember right, he just randomly will message you with just garbage. Most of it is irrelevant, but if you look around the level, there are like little cat paws that you can find. I am not the cat.
There's little cat paws that do you have to clean them up or
like little cat tracks through the grime, and so you can just see that there's a cat been around. It's honestly kind of a nice environmental detail more than anything else. But
yeah,
it caught me by surprise the first time it happened too. I was like, "What? Why do I care about a cat?" And then it's like, "Oh yeah, I might not have noticed that if not for being told about the cat."
Yeah, now that I think about it, I think I remember it on like the house level too. I didn't play too many of these because I think I heard that multiplayer was coming, and I was just like, I'll just play it then because that sounds great.
Yeah,
it's like the ultimate just don't think about it and
we're
talk.
adding co-op later.
Yeah, or any game that's like
kills my enthusiasm.
Yeah, like there's a major thing that you're just gonna appreciate it more.
That's me with Atomic Crops. I know it probably will never happen, but every time I play it, I'm like, this would have been better with one friend. Or 4. It
really, like, it would do so much for the game to have, 2 players. If it had 2 players, one focuses a little bit more on the farming, one focuses a little bit more on the combat, like, that'd be so fun.
Yeah. I don't even use seeds most of the time when I play that game. I just have, like, passive income from random garbage that's enough to carry me through the end. I always feel kind of weird about it because it's like, farming? What's farming? I've just got anachromery or whatever it's called.
Yeah. Ooh. Let's see here.
It's another game. Oh, gosh. I want to play more Deep Rock Galactic at some point, and people keep telling me, just play solo, and I'm like, I can't. I literally cannot.
That game really seems like
it's meant for multiplayer.
Yeah, it seems intended for multiplayer. That's another one of those games I want to play.
Robot companion that helps. Like a robot companion that helps out instead of players, and apparently it's like still perfectly viable. But it just feels wrong. Like you're straight up committing a crime.
Yeah,
by playing that game.
It is illegal.
Yeah,
I made it illegal because I want to play it. And if anybody plays it solo, then that means they're not playing it with me, and that's not fair. Not allowed. How do I get up here? Where's the stairs? Oh my, you actually can climb the ropes? Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, this game has everything.
It's
Move over,
surprisingly
Hades.
thoughtful. I thought this was going to be a bad asset flip.
Oh,
Like, even when
yeah?
you suggested it months ago, I was just kind of like, yeah, whatever. Like, this is going to be okay, but kind of novel regardless. And then I started playing it, and I'm like, they actually put effort into this.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
I looked at the reason I checked it out in the first place is, and I always do this now, and I'm really happy it's a change I make. I look at the developer's track record, even if the game seems kind of like weird, and they had like everything they made prior, aside from like a DLC for one of their old games, like everybody loves what they do, and
I need to do it more often.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, you know what? A power washing simulator that's done competently, that sounds really fun. Also, I was like, it was at a time where I was doing, I mean, it'd probably be easier to figure out what times I'm not doing poor mentally, but it was a time where I was doing extra poor mentally, and I was like, I just want to power wash. That sounds great.
Yeah.
No bullets to dodge, and just a bunch of stuff to clean. Still a gun. So there we go, audience. It is Gungeon. It's the same thing. And hell, maybe Wander will shoot me. Maybe I have to dodge a gun. I don't know.
I'm curious about the later power washers, like the more powerful one, how badly you can push somebody around. Because this is, I think, the most basic power washer, or is this the level 2 one?
I have no clue. I have no clue. I'm assuming. Do we not get money until the end of the job? I assume, you know, like reality.
There's a way to check. So I don't think I get money.
Yeah.
So you can actually press tab and go to details. So cleaning the bridges gets us $30. Cargo net $5. Climbing pole $10.
Oh,
so you've probably been getting small amounts this entire time. But we've just been doing the small stuff, so you don't notice.
We've earned $22.
Ah.
Split between 2 people. Sure. Yeah.
Gosh.
Why not?
I think about minimum wage somewhat often. I don't want to get into this too much. But just like how I started my channel, very much like working far less than minimum wage and just betting my future on that, and how the heck, did I even pull that off? And even nowadays, sometimes I just sit down and be like, am I actually like putting in the time that's worth it?
In a sense of like, the amount you're getting worth the amount it changes your life, or
kind
in
of
what context?
So I guess to elaborate further, I had a sponsorship recently that I loved the game and I loved the company involved, but the publisher that was involved very much was really trying to like take more than they were paying me. So like I usually charge pretty low so I don't feel any kind of performance anxiety, and they're like, all right, so we want you to stream for like 4 hours, but we also want you to send us all of these analytics. That's going to take an extra hour to gather them all because we need them collated in a spreadsheet and a bunch of other stuff. And also, you can't upload anything else on your YouTube channel for that day.
That's the one that hits me, yeah. Whenever I get anything else...
The moment they demand exclusivity, I'm just like, nope, bye.
Yeah, no. That's the thing is, I never like to take sponsor stuff if it's going to impact anything I'm already doing. Like, no.
Yeah.
If it's going to change something that I'm already doing for the worse, then I don't want to do it. Yeah. I'm with that. Well, that one always sends me. Well, on top of the fact that I don't even hear them out if it's like you have to say something, you have to say these things, and they give you a list of like positive things to say. I don't even. Yeah. It goes no further than that. Like I'm like,
I can't
done.
Do that. I will say no. If it's something I was going to say anyway, okay. Like,
yeah. For me, even if it was something I was going to say anyway, the moment they would like ask me to do it I'm out, because it would just. Well, because
so you wouldn't be okay with Supergiant coming in and sponsoring you to play some more Hades and say that it's an incredible, like, the soundtrack is absurd or something like that.
See, it's tough because I actually maybe wouldn't. Like, I mean, here's the thing. I would just what I would do is not take the sponsorship and probably say the stuff anyways. But it's tough.
Yeah.
The moment they ask you to do it, I feel like there's some shade, and I would probably say no. Even if it is something, even if it's something I would probably say anyways. If they are asking me to do it, I would probably say no. Yeah, even in that event. But also that's not going to happen because Supergiant wouldn't do that. But the hypothetical.
I don't know.
Maybe
for their next game.
Hey, Supergiant, let's test it out. Sponsor me.
You were like one of the go-to gosh, I hate to use the word influencers, but like one of the go-to people for Hades for who knows how long.
It's true. I like that game a lot. Sponsored by Supergiant.
Yeah.
I really like the soundtrack of that game. Undisclosed sponsorship.
What would be the most like random thing that you would actually get sponsored by? I think we made fun of you for LaCroix.
LaCroix?
Yeah. So like any company just randomly comes out of the blue, says, we want you to just like randomly promote our products somewhere.
If anybody, if I could, I would take a sponsorship for like a vegetarian beef jerky. Like if I could get a lifetime supply, because that stuff is expensive as hell. I would take a sponsorship for that, because that's like something I want in my life, but I don't want to pay for it. Because it's too. It's so
even
pricey.
Regular beef jerky is too much.
Yeah, it is. But I don't know. I'm trying to think. Yeah. I don't use products. I don't use products enough. It would have to be a food. I genuinely would. What's the food box? I can't think of the name. It's the most popular one that they send it to your door.
I don't know. I don't do food boxes either.
Heck, what is it called? I'm literally doing it. Yes, HelloFresh. I would take a HelloFresh sponsorship because I use it. Like I already use it, so it'd be easy to talk about it positively. But if they asked me to, I would say no. It sucks.
I've definitely actually had a couple of games that have been ruined for me by the sponsorship deal, where I'm just kind of like, I regret doing this because now I don't like the game anymore.
It's a weird thing. It's because then also it feels strange to even if you like it, then it feels strange after the sponsorship. You're like, should I still play it? Is it like, because it feels kind of, there's like this weird feeling where like, are people going to think that everything is sponsored from here on out if I keep playing it? Are they not going to trust what I say because it was sponsored? I don't know. It's a weird thing. But yeah, so there's definitely some sponsored games that I would have kept playing if it wasn't for that kind of weird thing in the back of my head where I would think that people would assume it's still sponsored, because some people just don't read, or don't care, or aren't smart.
Ouch. Harsh truths here.
No, sorry. Every single person on planet Earth is smart and especially the person watching this video. They're smarter. They're smarter than the average.
Watching this video. Good on you. Thank you.
You're here 23 minutes in. You're a genius, in fact.
This video has been sponsored by you, in fact.
Yeah. Pretty much. Oh my gosh.
It's true.
Have you ever thought about like, I guess this has like a funny extra layer to it because it kind of happened already. Have you thought about sponsoring one of your friends to play a game? Like,
speaking of,
yes,
you need to give me another game.
I know. I'm sitting on it because I'm well aware. I'm thinking of some juicy ones. It's hard to beat, It's hard to beat Zubi's.
Yeah, it really is.
But like, I don't know. There's something about, like, just I don't know, in giving them talking points. I don't know. I think it would be. I think it would be
all the way in.
Yeah, I just think it would be really funny. I don't know. I've thought about that a lot.
Here's your list of talking points. They have nothing to do with the game.
Exactly.
But I want you to say them anyway.
Like, and obviously, like, if it wouldn't be clear, the person I'm thinking of who would totally do it would be Alexa.
Yeah.
Like,
Alexa. The thing is, I'd always want to get Orbital to play something, mainly just because I think his thinly veiled indignation is a beautiful thing.
It's true.
Because like Alexa will do it somewhat ironically, or even unironically, possibly.
Yeah.
Most of our other friends just wouldn't do it. The only other person would be like maybe a Vac, because I feel like it could go wild.
Yeah. I think just like, I would do it in a heartbeat, first of all, because I think it'd be very funny. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the talking points would be. It would just be a whole meme video. It'd be perfect for like April Fools. Like, yeah.
I mean, we could probably just organize that, no money involved, just really, really overtly fake, troped as heck, sponsored videos, but sponsored all entirely by, each other.
Yeah.
Because we talked about like swapping videos, but I feel like specifically just playing games at someone else's behest for April Fools.
Yeah.
And then, like,
it's kind of like
would almost work better.
It's kind of like my other idea that I don't know. It's too late to do it this year, but I don't know. It's probably too late to do it this year. I've always had the idea of a Secret Santa game recommendation thing where, like, there's a circle of people. Like, there's 10 people. You get a random pick, like a Secret Santa. And you have to recommend them a game. You can do it on a serious one or a joke one, but the intent would be that you pick something that you actually think they'd like. And then everybody puts out one video, and it's their Secret Santa game.
I like this idea. I tried doing it years ago, but the people were not. The people I tried doing it with were not interested. So it's kind of like, well, never mind. But like, if we could get even just a couple of us on board, I think that would go really well. Yeah, I like it. I don't. It's only December 7th. We still have like 3 weeks.
That's true. It's true. It's very close. We just put up Christmas decorations today, so I guess that's late for Christmas decorations for a lot of people.
That's a little late.
Yeah.
I think most people are just like, well, Thanksgiving dinner is over. Time to put up Christmas stuff. At least according to the decorations in my neighborhood.
Yeah. We put up our tree on, like, I don't know, right, like a couple days after Thanksgiving, but we didn't do anything else until, like, basically now. Alvin and the Chipmunks Christmas was on. I never take
my tree down this year.
Yeah.
The mood lighting is nice.
It's true.
We also have a fake tree, not a real one.
Yeah, we have a fake one too. I just, like, I don't know. Dealing with a real one, it's more trouble than it's worth to me today. Like, right now.
It's just a mess.
Like,
and then you have to, like, find a new one. We were, we went up to Mount St. Helens, and while we were there, like, we were just there for a nice hike, and there were just constant people going around in, like, bafflingly loud trucks, just yoinking random saplings from the forest for their Christmas trees, and I'm like, I'm not sure if this is legal, which, like, it turns out it probably was. You can get a permit for it, but it was just this, like, it looked like a party for them, but it looked like just the worst chore to me.
Yeah.
Also, I just feel like kind of bad for cutting down a tree before it's, like, gotten super big.
Yeah. I'm the kind of person I wouldn't do it unless, I was exactly told, here you go, there's a permit, go for it. But I don't know, it feels weird to just pluck it out of nature. But I want a Christmas tree, and, like, I want a real Christmas tree, because I do like how they look better. I think they're fun, but I don't know. It's just a busy time of the year. It's a stressful, busy time of the year. Oh yeah,
especially for, like, our jobs. It's just like, hey, by the way, December is just, like, really good ad rev and a bunch of other things.
Yeah, that's why it's the perfect month to put out more videos. That's why I had a crisis and started putting out less videos.
I mean,
I did it because it doesn't matter. But yeah, it's like it's a stressful time, and Grace is, she has an online shop, so Black Friday, all that kind of stuff. It's nightmarish in this household around Black Friday, especially. Nightmarish. The amount of packages and everything going out, like it's wild.
This video has been sponsored by Grace's online shop.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you very much. And also, I have a talking point here. It says, I've volunteered to do the dishes all month. Wow, okay.
So, you guys don't have, like, hard divisions between different chores? Because mine is anything up high and also the dishes.
Ours is... It is a hard division, but we have a thing where whoever does dinner doesn't have to do dishes. And so it's just... It changes based off of who cooked the night before. So it's 1 week I'll do a lot more cooking, or 1 week I'll do a lot more dishes.
That would be kind of what we should do, except for whenever I cook like for the week.
Yeah,
and so
that's
just
the smart
like
way
I make
to do it.
one pot of chili and then just chuck it in the sink and not even think about.
I was thinking you chuck the chili in the sink. I make a pot of chili and I just throw it in the sink. I was like, yeah, I wouldn't want to do the dishes either. This is a mess.
Yeah. Eat it out of the sink. Don't worry, I cleaned it.
I make a pot of chili in the sink.
Every once in a while I like read about old timey like cooking techniques or like soldiers cooking things in their helmets, and I'm just like, that feels like a recipe for extremely like food poisoning and or just disaster.
Yeah. What's wrong with Papa Wander's sink chili? I don't see anything wrong. Oh wait, I'll
just buy a sink, make sure it's spotless, and then cook the chili in it somehow.
Yeah, it's like for when we make the Wholesomeverse recipe book. How they always do those things where it's like they take a some franchise that's not known for culinary things in any way, and then they're like, oh, by the way, yeah, it's Ross Geller's chicken. This is how you make Ross Geller's chicken.
I have a couple of those. I have like did we get the Star Wars cookbook?
There's some that are cool and make sense, but
yeah, we got the Star Wars one. We got a Star Trek one, kind of, and then we got the Firefly one.
Yeah,
and I had my eyes on the Final Fantasy 14 one because that actually looks.
Oh, that sounds. Yeah. That sounds cool. Final Fantasy 14 especially.
We will be playing that game, and it'll just be like, here's a random quest reward, and it's just like some dish you've never heard of that sounds absolutely delicious, and it's just like, well, I want these. Unfortunately, the cookbook has like none of those, so we didn't end up picking it up.
Oh.
But I'm moving kind of soon, and we're really trying to find a place with a good kitchen, and I really want to just do a cooking show with just like play a video game and be like, oh man, this looks good, let's see if I can make it.
Yeah. Wait, where are you? I hear you. Oh, there you are.
I'm inside. I feel like we've just done most of the outside of this place. No, actually, wow, you got this area clean. I didn't even notice.
Wait, where is he? I'm on the monkey bars. I'm sniping you from the monkey bars. Yeah, I'm just kind of... last time I played this, I was like, oh, this is a game that I couldn't possibly be backseated. Oh my god, don't knock me off the monkey bars. They added PvP early. I can't believe they're adding PvP. I cannot believe it. I'm so excited.
I cannot either, but I cannot wait.
It's everything I need.
This is working flawlessly.
Perfect. It's genius. I was saying
it's a game that does not have multiplayer that really should have it.
I mean, it's too. Yeah, we already said Atomic Crops. That I think of that one a lot. I don't know. It's like people ask for co-op in things. Like I think it becomes it's a trope for indie devs, where they're like, oh, great, somebody asked for co-op. Like, but I don't think about it that often. I feel like most of the games that really should have co-op, they add it. I don't know.
I want more like weird alternative ones, kind of like what Monster Train has.
Oh, Monster Train's multiplayer is incredible. That's an example of an incredible multiplayer that I would have never asked for because I wouldn't have dreamed of it being so good. I don't know, Ring of Pain, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, Ring of Pain multiplayer would be really interesting.
Yeah.
Actually, the one that I want to play someday, but Ocarina of Time randomizer multiplayer.
Oh yeah.
You're not in the same world, but you find items for other players. I thought that was such a cool concept of just kind of like, hey, multiplayer without actively being in the other people's worlds. The Ring of Pain would be interesting if specifically you were finding treasure for other people, even or racing them. I mean, racing them is easy, but you could just do that normally, mostly.
Yeah, more or less. Like, we did it that one time, I remember. That was a couple times. But yeah, something like a Spire with your friends for Ring of Pain. Like, where you... I mean, I don't know much about it, but it seems like generally that thing where you send stuff to the other person, and you're kind of collaborating even though you're not playing the same run. I like it. But yeah, I don't know. Co-op doesn't go through my head that often. Because... yeah, usually it seems like it has it if it should. In my eyes. Oh, boy.
I want, like, City Skylines multiplayer.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, that opens a whole can of worms.
Because, like, if you could even, like, have somebody work more on, like, power stuff. So you have, like, the power town and the retail town and some other stuff.
Okay, I take it back. Yeah, because that opens up a whole new can of worms. I think there needs... what I want for the future of co-op games, of multiplayer games, I want so many more asynchronous multiplayer games.
Yes.
I want... somebody's playing City Skylines and maybe somebody's, playing The Sims or something inside it. Or something like that. Like, one person is just...
that would be cool.
Like... maybe, obviously not just directly that, like they'd have to have some kind of more direct interaction, but one person's just trying to live their normal life and the other person is like basically playing God and chooses like the random happenstances that would happen in daily life.
Just imagine you're making your weird horror big-headed retromation, then you make it, you work for a while, and then, Orbital just drops a tsunami on the city, and suddenly Big Head Retromation is out of a job.
Yeah. Something like that. Or, like, make it so the God characters kind of trying to ruin their life, but they can do basically everything except for mess with them directly. Like,
yes.
They have to ruin their life, but they can only do it in,
Oh, that would be fun.
Just, like, Rube Goldbergian ways.
I feel like, what is it? Kind of like the Truman Show, except for you're trying to actively ruin their life.
Or you could, I don't know, you could have one person's just playing a God sim and the other person's has like some kind of an objective. You could help or hurt. I don't know. I'm not married to that concept, but just, Truman Show the video game.
I'd enjoy that.
Yeah. I enjoy the movie. It's a very good film.
I try and go back and watch Jim Carrey stuff every once in a while. Most of the time, I just bounce back off because it was like a very 90s brand of humor that I don't feel like has fully translated into the modern era. Yeah. But that one did really well. Yeah.
I think it's shocking how well it holds up. That one especially. Because, a lot of stuff from that time, it's very difficult to watch. But it didn't lean into the time that much.
No. The other one is Sonic the Hedgehog, unironically.
Ah! Ironic the Hedgehog.
I truly was not expecting that to be as good as it was.
I still haven't seen it.
It's, if you go into it expecting it's going to be good, you might be disappointed, but if you go into it with the expectation that it's going to be bad, it's actually pretty good.
I would like to meet the person who went into the Sonic the Hedgehog movie expecting it was going to be good.
I know some Sonic fanboys, and let me tell you, they were disappointed.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing is, it's a pleasantly surprised movie is what I got from got from everybody. And honestly, I try to live my the reason, like, I don't know, I think there's times where people probably assume I'm too positive, but it's just because I go into everything with low
expectations.
Yes, I set your expectations low, and you're gonna live a very positive life. Let me tell you. And it's not that I don't have desires for things to impress me. It's just that if you go into everything expecting something out of it, like expecting something specific out of it, you're leaving no wiggle room for reality. I don't know. It's just, I love being surprised by how much I like something. Yeah. I love it. So now I go into everything with no expectations. I'm surprised all the time. I try to not write stuff off. I also try to not get too hyped. Like, I'm not hyped for any new game coming up that I can think of that I haven't played.
Anybody asks me, is like, are there any games you're looking forward to? And I just say no.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, there's probably games I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. But it's like, any games you're hyped for?
Yeah. Like, I was hyped for Archvale.
Or I just answer with the game I'm currently playing.
Yeah, I was hyped for Archvale, but that was just because I played the demo, so that doesn't really count. Because I already had proof.
The demo. I hadn't even seen anything about it. I think they had also reached out to sponsor me, and I was just like, I'm too booked. And then you said it was good, and I was like, well, I'm doomed.
Very good. Yeah.
Play Archvale. This video is sponsored by Archvale.
It's, yeah.
Not Archvale, was sponsored by Archvale.
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
That's what I want to do.
I can't get up.
Oh my god. I'm adding that to the list of things for the talking points. Like they'll be sponsored by me to talk about a game that they're not playing while they play a different game.
Yeah.
Like, they have to talk about I don't know.
Get Orbital
Donkey Konga.
And then I was gonna say have Orbital play Factorio and then have him like repeat multiple times over the video that it was sponsored by Satisfactory.
Oh, that's like a next level. That I feel like that there's a chance that causes a problem almost. Yeah, I would be like,
oh no, but it's a different automation sim every time because there's like a gazillion of them now.
It's true. And then eventually it just starts by the end of the video, you combine some of the names.
Yeah.
Because they're all like 2 words removed from each other at any given point.
They all have factory in them. It's a rule.
It's true. I'm going to sponsor Orbital
because you have Factory Town, Satisfactory, Factorio. Okay, maybe I'm being a little too reductive here, but still.
Yeah. Okay. Now I have settled on it being Genshin Impact for Orbital though. I have now settled on it with the requirement that part of the sponsorship money has to go towards character pulls.
Oh boy. Like which ones he plays?
I don't know. I've never played Genshin Impact. I know that it's actually like a shockingly good game that apparently is not that predatory. If you want to play it free, you can.
It's when you say it's not that predatory, it is very predatory if you have desires. If you have no desires, then it is a great free-to-play game. But if you want literally anything, be prepared to lose a lot of money. Like, I was playing it on the first week, and people were already talking about dropping $13,000 on the game. I'm like,
oh my.
I feel guilt when I drop like $100 on, a game plus a season pass.
Yeah.
13,000 just to get, a 5-star waifu is just weird.
Yeah. But,
But I mean,
you can take it with you,
Yeah, if that's truly what you want. All right, cool.
Sure. Oh no. I mean, it's a lot. Like I'm of the mind, like with microtransactions in games, I'm probably like less against than the average person on YouTube would be. I mean, I don't like to buy things in games with microtransactions usually, but I'm less against it than the average, because as long as it doesn't impact the game loop and there's no like pay to win and everything, I'm like, whatever. If it's cosmetic, sure.
Yeah,
if
it's cosmetic, I will actually go out of my way to buy some extra. If it's not cosmetic, I'm like vehemently against it most of the time.
It also depends if it's free to play or not.
Yes. I mean, that's like Astroneer. $20 game, but they have like a skin shop. Okay, I can work with that.
Yeah.
Especially because you can unlock a fair bit just through regular gameplay.
Also, that game slaps. It helps if the game slaps.
It does. It is so good.
Like, I'll drop money on a game, extra money on a game, if I'm gonna continue to play it, or like, or if I want to support it. Especially like if I ever get a key for something and then I really like it, and there's ways to like, I don't know, get something else cool in the game afterwards, I will be very likely to get a microtransaction thing in that situation, because I like.
Yeah, so it feels like you're supporting it further.
Yeah.
Even though like you've already done quite a lot.
Yeah.
Do you ever get peeved when a developer sends you the game without the season pass?
Or
does that not happen to you often?
That doesn't happen to me often, and I feel like probably not. I probably wouldn't care unless it'd be weird. Okay, here's the situation I would be peeved. The one situation I'd be peeved, and this has happened before. Where somebody reached out, they wanted me to cover something that existed in DLC for the game, but they sent a key for the game, but not the DLC. Whereas, like, it wasn't a sponsorship thing. They're just like, here, please cover the new DLC for our game, and then they just sent the game without the DLC. I was like, I mean, like, maybe I would if you actually sent the DLC. I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing.
I've had a couple of people contact me to cover the DLC for a game I haven't played, and they just send the DLC. I'm always just like,
yeah.
So
that's kind of funny too. Or what if there's like they sent you a hat for a character in the game? I mean, that like I feel like maybe it's because they assume they already sent you the base game or something, and maybe they had. But
the one that always gets me was Hat in Time. They sent me the game, but it was the review copy. I think this is back when Steam actually had like separate instances for review copies of games. They sent me a version that could not ever be updated. With some like really game-breaking bugs that I just assumed like they were gonna fix eventually. But then they sent me the DLC, and I'm just like, oh, the base game that I have is just wildly incompatible with everything. I can't play this.
It was I see. Yeah,
they never sent me the base game, so I've just kind of haven't played a whole lot of Hat in Time since.
It's very good. I like it a lot.
It is very good. I think I got it through Humble Bundle, but after that point I was like, well, it's just kind of too late now.
Yeah. I don't know. What are we at? We're at 92%? Whoa.
Yeah?
When did that happen?
It's like the dinosaur and the floor. I always leave the dinosaur for last, or I guess I did.
Sorry.
I was just kind of like, I will clean you eventually, which is odd because I feel like I should be much more of a proponent of cleaning, the dinosaur first over the grubby park.
Well, it's like you have to eat your vegetables, like cleaning up the dinosaur is the dessert. I saved it for kind of last.
Are you one of those people that will like kind of do a rotation when you're eating, or do you go from like least to best, or best to worst? Like best to worst, worst to best, or no real preference?
Depends on the day. Depends on the day. Fair. I will go from best to worst or worst to best, but depends on the day. I definitely eat everything of the same kind, but like if it's, I don't know, for example, if it was like a burger and fries, I would either eat my entire burger before I had a single fry, or eat all of my fries before I have a bite of the burger. I would do that, yeah. It's like I try, like, to do things like I do right now in this game, where it's just clean up a section before moving on to the next. It's like I can't, whenever I get into a new podcast, I always start from I have to start from episode 1. Like, I have to.
Yeah.
Even though, like, it might be woefully outdated and lead to me not being interested in the podcast at all. Because, like, maybe they got a lot better. And I'm not talking just with ones that are stories, like an actual play podcast, or like a D&D podcast or something. I'm talking anything. Even ones where it's irrelevant.
Yeah, that's why I could never get into the co-optional broadcast when that was still going on. I like felt compelled to go back, but I think that was before they had the archives of the first set, so I was just like, same kind of issue with Critical Role, if I remember right, because they had started with kind of their own campaign.
Yeah, the audio quality in the beginning is weirdly bad. Like,
yeah,
it's more like everybody's kind of like talking over each other, and it's really casual. And it was, it's the audio situation of the early Critical Role stuff is tough. I still listen to a lot of it,
but like, didn't they start with like their own D&D campaign that they're just doing on their own, and then they decided to do it as a show?
I think so, and I think that the podcast even started like partially into the campaign that they had, if I remember correctly. Yeah,
and so like just the knowledge of that being the thing has made it so I just cannot watch or enjoy Critical Role because I'm just like, but I'm missing the actual start.
That's why you probably in that situation would jump into like a further season when they just like start from the ground up again.
Yeah,
I've only listened to some of the first season. I don't know.
I just don't have time. That's my other thing.
I don't have time. What else we got? What's left?
I realize I haven't even been listening to music for myself mostly recently because I've just been working on other things.
Have you been listening to music for other people?
I mean, like game soundtracks.
Yeah, I know.
Namely.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I was being a jerk. Oh, that's what needs to be cleaned.
Oh, is it the end cap there?
It's over here. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Do it.
Nice jump.
Did I bounce you out of the way?
Kinda, yeah. Oh, we did it. Oh wow, it's like a perfect like episode length too.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll do like an outro.
Half the time, literally half the time that it took me to do it alone.
That makes a lot of sense. Neat. Well, anyway, I guess since it's such a clean episode, I'll do a clean outro. Thank you for watching. It's been PowerWash. Is it PowerWash Sim? Yes, PowerWash Simulator.
PowerWash Simulator.
Yes.
It says it in the top right, at least for me.
Oh, it doesn't for me. PowerWash Simulator.
It's downloading a time lapse. That's
why
I have to download a file from you to see it because it didn't store it locally for me.
Oh wow! Oh my God! Watching the time lapse in co-op is actually it's even more fun.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this. It just takes a while.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It probably is waiting for me to get mine. There. Maybe it's ready now. But yeah, now that they have character models in the game, it probably makes the single player time lapse even cooler too.
I might have to try that.
Oh, I like it. All right. Well, yeah, this has been PowerWash Simulator. I like this. This is a good time. Great game. Whatever it was that I was playing in the background, I really liked it. It's just a relaxing game. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a link to everything that matters and more in the description, I am sure. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.